there is a wonder to the water. And it's something that I guess is so easy to overlook. But when you're down there, when you're in the middle of it, suspended there in space, just looking out at, the void before you, it's just kind of a different experience from what we're used to. It's a different perspective, certainly. You've known gravity and its effects all your life, and now all of a sudden it seems like gravity's just taken a holiday. It's like the same rules don't apply. And so it's a really cool thing. When I'm down there, I find it helps to quiet the mind. When you're below surface, it's a bit easier to just zone in. Sometimes maybe it feels like, everything else just kind of matters a little bit less. Maybe you're just focusing on what's important or what's immediately in front of you. And just kind of getting that flow state where you're just kind of there. Scuba can provide an interesting ability to simply be. So many things in life take us out of that. You're thinking, oh, what about this? What about that? But in scuba, when you're down there, under the water, in the water, makes it a little bit easier to just be. So that can be a pretty cool experience. For some people, it might just be like, well, you're strapping all this gear on and you're just going into the water for an hour and a half. What's the point? You could probably break down a lot of things to, a simple explanation and just say, what's the point? But, yeah, we still do things, And what's funny is that I've come to realize something. It's not so much about just getting somewhere as it is about how you get there. You want to climb a mountain, you could take a helicopter to get to the top of that mountain, or you could take a snow machine. You could take a quad, depending on the season. You could walk. You could trek up there. What's the difference? You're getting to the same spot, but it's how you get there. And that seems to matter a lot to people. Some people take a lot of joy in how they get there, that they did it the hard way. It's not that scuba diving is necessarily difficult, because it really isn't all that difficult, depending on what you're doing. But this kind of hinges on the how you're doing it. You could just take a submarine. You could take a submarine and you can get there, but you're kind of protected more from the environment. You're kind of a bit more separated from it. Scuba kind of brings that nice bridge between the two things. Sustained underwater observation. Because scuba in general kind of forces you to slow down. There's so many things in life that can get us so stressed out and cause us to just do so much. But scuba, in just the way that it's done, kind of forces you to take a step back, not be engaged in the moment in the sense of doing a task per se, but to be present in the moment with the emphasis on observing it, on taking in the view. Scuba forces you to slow down and observe, which many times in life we might not do that. And so it could kind of help to alleviate the stress by forcing you to just chill out. And yet you're just suspended there still. You're just taking it in, just observing. Maybe it changes your perspective a little bit. There's a lot of things that could be like that. But the water always seems to have a way of calling you back.